Oh hi, thanks for watching my video. So, I've been really getting into my experiments lately. Been doing quite a lot of experiments where I put Sims in certain scenarios and just observe them, see how they behave. Kind of like a Big Brother style experiment. So today I'm doing a test that I haven't done before, but it's kind of similar to a test I've done before. I've previously done an experiment in The Sims 4 where I took two Sims with very different traits and I locked them in a house and just observed them for 24 sim hours just to see how they behave. Well, this time we're doing something a little similar. So I have a couple of teenagers here. They're actually twin sisters. And instead of having opposite traits, I mean, they do have opposite traits, but mainly they have opposite character values. So this here is Amy Shells. She is the firstborn twin, so she's the older sister. And if we take a look at her character values, they are very negative. She has got some pretty bad traits. She's irresponsible, she's argumentative, she's insensitive, uncontrolled emotions, and she's got bad manners. So she's a pretty rotten egg, I guess you could say. And her twin sister, Audrey, the younger of the two, she is very well-mannered. She's got good emotional control, she's compassionate, she's a mediator, and she's very responsible. So my plan is, I am going to get these two Sims in this house. I tried to make a house that was like a 50-50 split, you know, because Amy's a girly girl who's quite into pink and Audrey is more slightly gothic. So I tried to make it look like their entire home was like divided because they just couldn't agree on how to decorate. I'll just take that front door away. Don't want any outside distractions. So it's currently around 4 p.m. We are going to just observe them until 4 p.m. tomorrow and see what they do. What I'm hoping is that we'll see things like maybe Amy making a mess and Audrey cleaning up after her. I don't really know what we're going to see, but let's find out. So they're both locked in this house. Already noticed straight away Audrey was quite responsible. She cooked herself a meal, immediately cleaned up after herself. And it looks like Amy's quite hungry as well because she has cook queued up as well. I have placed some activity items here just to see if either of them decide to start skill building. They've got an easel, they have a little guitar that they can practice, and they've got a bookcase. They both chose the same meal, which was mac and cheese. I don't really think that's got anything to do with personality. I think that's more skill level. I think most Sims who have low skills are only going to cook mac and cheese or eggs on toast. I mean, for the first hour, they've just been chit-chatting. I feel like the amount of Simlish words have been limited since the earlier games, because I've noticed while they've been talking, they've literally just been repeating back to each other the exact same thing that they had already said. I wonder if Amy cleans up after herself. I mean, really, she shouldn't, because she's got bad manners, and yet there she is, cleaning up after herself, gaining in manners. That don't make no sense. She should be a lazy slob. She's got bad manners. Already I'm pissed off with you, Sims 4. In case you were curious about their traits, Amy is self-absorbed, alluring, and mean. And Audrey is good, gregarious, and she's a vegetarian. Well, I think Amy might have just said something that was rude. Amy is mean. Mean Sims become happy when they say mean things to other Sims. So what's the plan, ladies? Do we actually want to do anything? Okay, it looks like someone's decided to pick up a book. Audrey's reading. What's she reading? Reel Her In. Ah, you're looking for some dating advice there, Audrey? Giving us an insight into her sexuality, I think. And Amy's gone to go chat with Audrey. I wish I could see what she's actually deciding to do. If she's like having a deep conversation or... Because the interactions look pretty much exactly the same. So I genuinely don't know if they're doing like a deep conversation, asking about interests, asking about day. They all look the same. And it just says chat with Audrey. So they could be talking about anything. Shout forbidden words at Audrey. Okay, so I think that's what Amy has queued up. So right now they're just chatting. Yeah, there we go. There's the forbidden words. The shock on Audrey's face. But she moves on pretty quickly. I guess she knows to expect that from Amy. She's just always been a bitch. But they're having an unpleasant conversation right now. Looks like Audrey could do with finding something fun to do. I deliberately did not give them a TV because I know what would happen. Oh, I think we have our first dump of the day. Amy's gone to take a mean girl shit. And how's Audrey doing? She has a sad mood buff. Why? Sad about evilness. Interacting with an evil sim really brings good sims down. Well, she's not evil. She's just mean and self-absorbed. You gonna go get some sleep with your little hairnet? Well, I guess they both decided to go to sleep at the same time. Just approaching our halfway point, Audrey has woken up, needing to go to the toilet. And Amy's still sound asleep. I guess that's what you can expect from a self-centered, lazy bitch. So what now, Audrey? Little bit of guitar playing? Finally, someone is deciding to build some skills. Good for you, Audrey. Good for you. And it's even giving her some fun. She is quite hungry, though, so I wonder if when she gets too hungry, she has the sense to stop playing and rustle herself something up. You hungry? Well, don't just tell me you're hungry. I mean, you have the power to do something about that, so... The safety net of mum and dad didn't make it into the house, Audrey. It's just you and your twin sister, so I don't know what else to tell you. I see you still haven't queued anything up. I hope you're not expecting me to do something about this. I'm not ordering you pizza. This is on you, Audrey. Okay, yeah, she got the hint. She's making some mac and cheese. Same thing as yesterday. Sure, why not? Let's have the same thing for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Amy is still sound asleep. Oh, good morning, sunshine. She's wearing a mean girl's top. I didn't even plan her pajamas, but I did plan for her to be mean and self-absorbed, and so I guess the sim gods worked in my favour and gave her a mean girl's top. You just going to stand there staring into space, or you going to pull your finger out your ass, Amy? What's the plan? No, she really is just going to stand staring into space. What are you going to make? Garden salad. Okay, so the teen who is the most irresponsible is making a meal with more nutritional value than the responsible one. I do feel like a little bit disappointed. I don't really know what I was expecting. I don't really play too much with character values. Oh, hang on. We're just going to call in sick to school. We're not going to bother going to school. We're going to take a day off. So I really didn't know what I was expecting. But in the time that I've observed them so far, I have genuinely not noticed any difference between the two of them. I mean, she just guffed. So I guess that kind of proved me wrong. But even then, the differences between these two are so small. They both clean their plates after themselves. You know, she's not been that gross, Amy, considering she has like the lowest score possible for every single character value. I just really haven't noticed much of a difference. It's like, sure, it's great having these character values, but what's the point in them if they don't actually impact gameplay that much? Maybe I'm just not putting them in the right scenario, you know? But right now, she should not be putting that bowl in the dishwasher. She should be leaving it out for someone else to clean up and being a messy slob. She's making fun of her, even though she's supposed to be super polite. You gonna read another book? Orbital Pudding. I mean, Audrey, I guess out of the two of them, has been more interested in skill building. She reads books. She's played the guitar. Amy has done nothing, really, to try and improve her skills. In fact, Audrey's got quite a few skills. 1 in charisma, 1 in comedy, 2 in cooking, 1 in guitar, 1 in mischief. Amy just has, like, barely a skill point in cooking. So I guess, actually, considering the want to build skills, there's quite a big difference there. They do a lot of talking, a lot of chit-chatting. Well, you're very tense because you need amusement, but you're not doing anything about it. Literally all she wants is a TV. She's basically telling me that. She does not want to find fun in building skills. She just wants a TV. She wants to watch her reality shows. Fuck painting, fuck guitar. Give me Love Island. That's what Amy wants. Whereas here you are, Audrey, finding fun in reading a book. Oh, Amy has finally resorted to reading a book. What book is she reading? Oh, she's just browsing the book. She's not actually reading. She's just looking at the pictures. That was enough? Okay. It was like 10 minutes, if that. Any more plans, ladies? Amy has picked up a book, but like every second she's just going, oh. She really does not want to be reading a book. Well, you could play guitar. They're just chatting, just chit-chatting. I feel like not a lot has happened. It feels a bit boring. I haven't really seen them display much of a difference in personality. But then I always feel like when I do these experiments, like when I did the traits experiment, I think I said at the time that nothing happened and it was a bit boring. But then quite a few of you in the comments were like, oh, actually, no, quite a bit happened and you can see their differences here. I feel like maybe I just can't tell when I'm filming because I'm literally just watching them the whole time. And when you can watch like the edited video where things are actually happening, maybe it seems more like more stuff is happening. So maybe I'll change my mind when I watch the finished video. But having literally just watched them for 24 sim hours, or 24 sim hours come 4 o'clock, they're just boring bitches, man. They just haven't done anything. I mean, they've done about as much as what I would possibly expect for The Sims 4. But one thing I would ideally like to have seen, given that they have completely conflicting character values, and given that they have been interacting with each other a lot, I probably would have liked to have seen more arguing, because they are fundamentally completely different people. They are so opposite to each other. They have opposite character values, they have conflicting traits. I think I would have preferred it if they clashed a bit more and argued about things more often. Although, just as I say that, Amy started swearing and then got a decrease in manners, so I guess that makes sense. There are some things they do that do make sense with their character values. She is that bored that she's going to practice dancing to literally no music. They definitely do have some behaviours that are reflective of their character values. It's just not as extreme as I would have liked to have seen, you know? I feel like if I played as a parent sim and put in lots and lots of time and effort into making my child sim have like the highest possible character values, I'd like to think that came with a reward, like the kid being a real go-getter. But, you know, a child that's worked very hard on having these great character values doesn't really act that differently to her sister. And also, Amy has picked up the guitar now, so she's also working on her skills. I guess the biggest difference between the two is the difference in the skills they've acquired. Audrey has definitely worked harder at gaining various different skills than Amy. Also, Audrey is watching Amy and she's like complaining about her bad music. And I would have thought a sim with really good manners, you know, probably wouldn't do that. But maybe I'm just being really picky now. I'd love to know in the comments what you think of this experiment. Maybe you have noticed things that I haven't noticed. The little ways where they've behaved like opposites. Oh, our very first bath of the day. Very nice. And on that note, I'm going to end this video here. I'd love to know what you think. And also, if you'd like to see any more experiments, what kind of experiments would you like to see? That's it from me. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. You know I love it when you do that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.